Hi guys, welcome to Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. Today's edition is a combo edition featuring Soccer Arena Indy, and on my left I have Moses, and on my right I have Seun. Please guys, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I think you should say Moses Palmer or Moses Moresca or Moses Jackson. Just add a prefix so that it shows that I'm a blue, please. And welcome guys, my name is Moses Palmer, Moses Jackson, or Moses Enzo Fernandez, whichever one you choose to do. Today is going to be an exciting edition. Welcome, guys.
So you know what? Since you said I should add something to your name, I think I can add. On my right hand side, I have Seun Nunes, Uncle Nunes.
No. Hello, guys. I'm Sean by name, and this is Anslot. Don't call me Nunes. This is Anslot. Really, top of the league, top of the Champions League. Top of everything, you know, we're still there, top on high. Welcome, guys. Sit back and relax. You're going to enjoy this episode.
So before we go fully into the details that we have for you today, I remain your humble self, Ademola Aino, host Soccer Arena Indy. Guys, let's talk about Champions League before we go into the weekend fixtures that happen all across the top 5 leagues. Looking at the table in the Champions League, we have Liverpool, top 8. We have Liverpool, we have Barcelona, Arsenal, Bayern Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Inter Milan, Brest, and Lille. Those 2 teams from League One. What do you guys think about what's going on? We didn't even see the big boys like Madrid, Manchester City, Juventus, and the likes. What's up?
Yeah, for me, I think I'm not surprised seeing the teams that we have in the top 8, because this is a format that most of these teams are not used to. You know, in the other formats, you know, you're playing this team home and away, but this time around you're playing a random team. You can't even remember the last time where are we on the table. So I think the league format is still, some teams are not used to it. To be very sincere, I thought a coach like Pep Guardiola would be good in this league format, because I felt, because Pep knows how to do this marathon games in the league, so he will be used to the league format in the Champions League. But voila, I'm wrong. Look at where he is on the 22. He might not even qualify if K is not taken, you know. But the biggest surprise, I think, is Brest and List. You know, Brest has been the biggest surprise, and Lille, I never knew that they will amass this number of points, you know. But for me, Liverpool, I'm not surprised. They started well in the league, and they are showing that same form in the Champions League, you know. So I'll let Sean have his own say.
So what I would say is, I remember some episode back on this podcast, I said that I would prefer the league format, because you can understand why Madrid is down there at the position where they are right now, because you can. Once it's the last format was home and away, group stage, knockout. It was easy for you to, it was easy for big teams to, you come to their home and they'll take their points.
Absolutely.
And they will probably just qualify and they'll get to one quarter final, play a knockout match and just win. But this league format will make you sweat.
Yep.
Will make you, every win is necessary.
Yep.
Just imagine Bayern Munich not in the top 10, not even in the top 9.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid not in the top 9, AC Milan not in the top 9.
Yeah.
Teams like Madrid not in the top 9, Man City. So I'm really, really surprised, but I prefer this format. It's the best format I think they should have introduced back then. Maybe there are favored teams like Arsenal to win something or something like that.
Well, you know, Arsenal sitting on third position, and I think as an Arsenal fan, we kind of started on the front foot, but we had a time whereby we our first game was against Atlanta, we drew. Second game we won. You know, it's not been like maybe an easy ride for Arsenal, but we worked our way up there. But to me, this Champions League format, I like it, because to me it gives room for teams that we never expected to be on the top. So, and they're actually proving themselves.
Yeah. Because
you never, who would ever know or think that Madrid, Manchester City, and the likes will be languishing in bottom 15 to 20.
Yeah.
You know, so any prediction on any of the top teams qualifying for the next phase?
For me, I don't know, but I don't want Madrid to qualify. I don't just want Madrid to qualify.
Why? Is it because they always?
No, not because apart from always coming back to beat Liverpool, if they qualify, that would be like a definition of smash and grab.
Yeah.
And it will not work well because teams like Brest, Lille, they've played through thick and thin. They've been there. Like Brest is 13 points.
Yeah.
Lille is on 13 points. Inter on 13 points. So if Madrid should qualify, it will just be like a slap on those teams' face. And I don't feel they will qualify because they escaped a draw against Atlanta. They escaped a draw against Atlanta. That match could have been a draw if Atlanta has taken their chances well. So I don't want Madrid to qualify, and I know City will not qualify. Not qualify regardless of whatever they play. They will not qualify.
Well, Moses, we have a lot of big teams that they are going to play playoff potentially.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an interesting fixtures. We could have a Man City versus Real Madrid if none of them made the top 8.
Yes, exactly.
We could have a Juventus versus versus Atletico Madrid or against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Though it's going to be an entertaining fixtures, but if any of those fixtures happen and one top team would advance and play any of the top 8 teams, will it be like, if Madrid qualifies and they are to play one of the top 8 teams and they were matched with Brest, what do you think?
I think football is a funny competition. Your form in your league might be different from your form in the Champions League.
Yeah.
With the way things are going, I won't be surprised if Brest, Lille, and Inter Milan make it down to the quarterfinals. So irrespective of who Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and the rest that went for the playoff and survived the playoff, if they come back to play the top 8, let's assume Brest and Lille still stands on the top 8, I will still pick Brest and Lille ahead of a Real Madrid because of their form in the Champions League. So invariably, I'm saying that the team that might win the Champions League this season might be a surprise team that none of us thought of. Aside from Liverpool, who is the obvious suspect, I'm thinking outside Liverpool, it might be a different team that nobody thought.
So if Madrid, you never want to write them off.
Not at all.
If they eventually get into the second round proper or quarterfinal, I believe. So as for me, my opinion, I'm going to be tipping Real Madrid against any opposition.
But wait, do you guys think Madrid will survive with these injuries they're having, with this injury crisis?
Aside from the injury, I'm looking at their form. They've not been playing so well. They've been struggling in the Champions League.
Because now, even if they qualify, they might even end up playing more games in the playoff. And Madrid now, their squad is stretched. They have lots of injuries. Will the coach be able to manage 5 and 6? Tchouaméni is just playing 5. Will they be able to manage Tchouaméni for the games in the league? And will they be able to manage those players like that?
But their players might be coming back when it matters most in the season, and that can give them an edge.
Yeah, that's possible. Anyways,
football injury is part of football. It happens to every team, almost every team across the board. So, guys, let's move away from Champions League. Let's talk about Europa, like a little bit of Europa fixtures, and our guys on the left that they are always going to Jerusalem, Bethlehem on Friday or whatever. They leave England on Monday and they arrive Bethlehem on Thursday. Let's talk about Conference League. Guy, how are you finding it in Conference League?
It's interesting because when
you are playing against FC Noah,
it's very interesting for us because it's like an exhibition for Chelsea. Because
an exhibition for Chelsea.
When the season started, we were all thinking, how would Maresca make the whole team happy? But right now, everyone is happy. I can even tell you that against Astana last Thursday, we used our team C because the regular starters in our Conference League is not what we used. We used about 4 players from the youth team, starting, and we still got a 3-1, win at the end of the day. So it's been an exhibition for us. We go there with a different squad, not touching our first squad. The whole first squad is in England, preparing for our next Premier League game. So
if Chelsea doesn't win this,
it will be a huge disappointment for me. because I expect Chelsea to win the Conference League.
So across the three major European league competition, you know, UEFA Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League, you know, English opposition, aside from Manchester City, they are all doing so well.
Yeah.
You know, we have Liverpool leading in Champions League, we have Chelsea leading in the Conference League, but you know, I believe Manchester United should be leading in the Europa League.
No,
but
they are not leading.
They are struggling. City
they are in
and
seventh position,
United are
so-
struggling.
Amamo is not leading. Amamo is coming back. Amamo is coming back.
How do they even pronounce Amorim, right?
Amorim,
Are they not playing the Amorim ball over there? I don't know. You know.
No, you know, it's not easy that way. But you see Manchester United. I just think if Amorim could just get to maybe a semi-final in the Europa League, he has done enough. I don't think he should really stress himself because that team is whack. But if they can win it,
It's impossible.
if they can
Let me
win
not
it,
say it's impossible.
if they can win it,
I don't think
it will actually boost up their morale. It will work things out for them.
Do you think they will have a chance when they face the like of Athletic Club, you know, the likes of Galatasaray? You know, they can even end up pairing up with Tottenham, and you know what Tottenham did to them at the Old Trafford.
So if not for the present form Man U is in now right now, if you are to pair Man U with those kind of teams, normally on paper Man U should win.
Yeah.
But the present form Man U is in right now,
they're struggling.
because
big
they are
time.
struggling, so we can't say Man U is gonna. But who are you think? Are you thinking Amorim will not be able to win the Europa League?
Well, with the teams that we have right there, we have Real Sociedad, we have Ajax, we have Olympiacos. You know, these are teams that if they face Manchester United, based on current form, I'll take them out of Manchester United.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, guys, let's go back to our commercial break, and we will come right back. Welcome back. This is Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. I remain your host, Ademola. And this edition is usually brought to you by Chai Clothings, Better Life Stores, The Food Closet, and Wale Abs. You can follow them all on Instagram. And before we proceed, let's round up on the Champions League.
Yeah.
Moses,
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be the winner of the Champions League? And give me a reason why.
Based on current form, based on number of matches played, based on points accumulated, I would definitely say Liverpool. Liverpool will be the winner of this year's Champions League, except if luck is not on their side or they meet a much more experienced team. Because the only thing that I think will stop Liverpool from winning this Champions League
Real Madrid
is, aside from Real Madrid that has the experience, inexperience might stop Liverpool. But aside, if you take inexperience out of the Liverpool team, I think there's no team that will stop Liverpool from winning this year's
Are you
Champions
talking
League.
about this Liverpool?
Wale?
Yeah.
Oh, Seun?
So, yeah, I will just I will second with what my comrade said over there. You know, as a Liverpool fan, every day, every time, I will tip my club to win the Champions League. I don't think there's going to be an inexperience issue. We are going to win the Champions League.
What if you guys lose Salah to injury, or maybe Van Dijk? You know, like you guys lost Konate, and the defense has been shaky.
Yeah, and thank God you said what if. So until when it gets to that if,
it's already getting to that if right now.
So,
you guys lost Konate like few weeks ago, and you are struggling at home against Fulham.
It's still 6/6 in the Champions League. It's not 5/6. It's still 6/6, and we are the less goals. Right? Like we consider the less goals and top of the table, man. 6/6, beating everybody, trashing everybody. So I'll pick Liverpool. I'll pick Liverpool anytime. That's my team. We're gonna win it.
Okay. Well, as for me, you know, I just want to be real. I don't think this is the season when Arsenal is going to win it. You know, because unless if there's some bit of luck anyway, depending on the opposition that we're playing against, you know, I can tip us. But looking at what Barcelona is also doing right there in Champions League,
don't ride that team off.
You don't want to ride them off.
Don't want to ride Barcelona off.
Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, you know.
You don't want to ride Barcelona off.
I don't want to ride them off, so I will actually tip them. You know, outside of the Champions League. Let's talk about what happened in the EPL this weekend. You know, you want to give me your view about what happened in your game against Fulham?
So it's just one of those days in the office. We need to go back to the books and do more. One thing I just noticed is every team now, Premier League is now. I don't understand what Premier League is now, but every team look like, as in everybody's fighting for that 3 points. At least they are.
Yeah.
Fulham was showing us today like they wanted that 3 points, and we outplayed them anyways, but they were showing us they wanted that 3 points. And the early red card from Robinson, that was so, the referee was spot on with that red card, and Robinson has been a hell of a mess throughout the season, even when we had a full Konate and everything. But I think going forward, and it's one of those games one of those results you don't want to have. And in this whole December, first was against Newcastle, that was a 3-3, that was 2 points drop over there. This is again 2-point drop over there, but I can't really blame myself. We lost 2 points, but because I know my rivals are not even having 3 points, so there's everything to jubilate about.
So talking about your rival Arsenal, last week when Arsenal played Fulham, it was a draw. We played 1-1, and everybody. It was even away at Fulham Craven Cottage, and everybody was like all over us. And I can remember you were bantering us. You were mocking our result. But Fulham traveled all the way across London. They came to Liverpool, and they snatched a very good 1-1, a very good draw from you guys.
But
depriving you guys from winning.
If you look at the way the match started and the way the match ended, to some people, I've seen people telling me, "You guys are lucky for that 1 point. You guys will be thanking God you got that 1 point because we got a red card, bro.
Yeah.
And we played with a Fulham. Yeah. Just imagine if we didn't have a red card, we could have." That match, trust me, is 2-0. They're not going to
Before I move away from you to Moses, is it a 1 point gain or a 2 point loss for you?
It's a 2 point loss for me.
Okay, cool. Moses, I know you guys are playing tomorrow, and I know you like watching any other team plays, But the way Chelsea are on the table, are you guys sitting pretty? Like I can see that you are breathing on their neck.
yes.
If you win your game tomorrow, you're gonna be like 2 points behind.
With one.
So what's the feeling like that you have a game to play tomorrow to play catch up or to catch Liverpool?
So I will go with what Moresca said, that we are not in the title race, but deep down in my heart,
you are in the title race.
We are in the title race. Because if you check the points, if you check by number of games played, you can't say Chelsea is not in the title race.
Yeah.
I overheard you mentioning rivals, and then you mentioned Arsenal. For crying out loud, the rival at this point should be Chelsea, because we are second in the table. Even if Chelsea draw or loses tomorrow, we still remain second on the table. So it means we are in the title race. So, but for me tomorrow, I think we're gonna beat Brentford. The worst case scenario might be just be 3-2 or 2-1, because Chelsea is conceding goal. That's why I'm trying to give a goal or two to Brentford. But one thing is for sure, don't look for our trouble, because
don't score first.
If you score us first, be sure that we are going to score again. Unlike last season under Pochettino, when teams will score Chelsea and sit back. Now, if you score and sit back, you are in deeper trouble. Because we'll come at you till the whole 90 minutes, and definitely the goals will come.
It's going to be an open game. Brentford are not a team that sits. I like.
They have a very good away record. That's my fear for tomorrow.
They have a very good away record.
Yeah.
So let's take a break. We'll be right back to answer our listeners' question. Welcome back to Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. So you listeners, you know what? You can actually send us your questions, or your comments, and we can bring it up on the live session with our guests in the studio. Like I'm gonna be taking some questions right now. The first question that I picked from the comment section is that I have this fan who just asked that, is Ange's Postecoglou coaching or lack of in-game adjustment to his philosophy holding Spurs back from consistent success? I want to start with you.
If you go by the matches, the way they lose games, especially games that Tottenham is leading, a typical example is last season against Chelsea and also this season against Chelsea. You can't be losing 2-0 and then you're still being open. When you're leading 2-0, you should be conservative, you should be reserved. You should tell your guys, hey guys, we need to wait for Chelsea on the counter attack, because definitely Chelsea will come out to play. You need to find a way to counter Chelsea at that point. But unfortunately, Ange will never do it. Unlike last season, I think Chelsea was leading 3-0 or 3-1. He kept keeping the high line. I don't think there's any. The problem of Ange is that his in-game management is what will kill him at the end of the day. He has a very good formation, playing teams on the high line. He believes in winning the ball in the opposition half, which is a very good way in attacking your opponent. But the problem is you can't be doing all of that and leaving your back open, especially when you're leading. You should tweak the formation a little bit and be a little bit defensive. Not extremely defensive as Arsenal is. Because my major problem with Arsenal is that they are being defensive without having a way forward. And it is really messing up their style of play. I'm not trying to debate.
But I think, okay, let me take your opinion on that question.
So for me, Ange Postecoglou, I think I want to ask him a question though, because this is highline is not.
It's not highlining.
It's not highlining because I can remember from the Manchester United game.
Yeah.
Whenever he's going to win well.
Yes.
And whenever he's going to lose or fail, it's going to fail well.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Manchester United game, their defender, Tottenham defender,
Van der
Ven, he went with the ball from the defense and he took the ball into Manchester United box 18 and
he squared it.
And even from when they played Ipswich, I remember I watched Tottenham Ipswich and I was like, why is Tottenham getting the point from the rich and giving it to the poor? Because that's what Ange is doing. He's getting the point from the rich, giving it to the poor. So his in-game management is I think is zero. And starting of this season, he said whenever he goes, he doesn't win something on his first season, but his second season he always wins something. And this is the second season. His high line is not highlining, and I don't understand. And to him too, he has some. Tottenham too, they have some injuries, and they are battling some injuries too. But apart from the injuries, I don't think he's highline football. And imagine against Chelsea, he was 2 goals ahead.
2 goals ahead, yeah.
And he went from 2 goals and lost the match. And once his midfield is broken, like they are just like his defense is in shambles.
Yeah.
Once his midfield is broken.
As a coach and a team, you've gone away to Manchester United, you won 3-0. You went to Manchester City, you won 4-0. And playing Chelsea with an early lead of 2-0, I believe the squad will like, okay, is this that day that
momentum
that
we can keep going?
Yeah. So, well, to me, I kind of want to disagree with you that when they are leading Chelsea by 2-0, they should have sat back, dictate the play from the back,
Yeah.
Because what would be on the mind of the players playing, or even the coach as well, like, okay, we put Manchester City away from away at their home soil. Why can't we do the same right here with Chelsea? So Spurs, we know they are a team that they love to play. They really don't like to sit. Sometimes they sit if they are playing like a team like Manchester City. But when they see that they can capitalize on your mistake, they will come all out. They have the flank players that can do the work. They have the Kulusevski. They have the Heung-min and But to me, my opinion is that they lost that game because of maybe they lost focus.
But they are always positive.
I don't want to say something right here because Spurs, they are Spurs.
They are always positive because.
So I have a question here from another fan. It says given Ancelotti's fast start to his Liverpool managerial career, at some point, do you see him eventually becoming the manager for the national team in Holland? Do you think in the future Ancelotti could be Holland national team? I take it from Demola first.
Well, I think there's a trajectory right there that when a manager coaches a team in England,
he becomes
their manager at the end of the day. You know, it has happened. Like Louis Van Gaal came to Manchester United.
Yeah, then went
After that, he went straight to their national team football. And even what's the name of Ronald Koeman? When he coached Barcelona,
he
went back. You know, it might happen. It might happen. You know, it might happen.
Sean.
I think I think it will surely happen, but I don't want to leave Slot, so I can say it will happen because I want him to remain at Liverpool, not leave. But eventually, if he leaves, it might surely happen because he has the pattern, he has the style, he can talk to players, he can manage players, and I think he can happen. It can happen. It's very, very easy for him to happen.
For me, it's a very straightforward answer. You can't have one of the best coaches in the UCL right now and in the EPL, and if you have the opportunity of hiring him for your country, any country, I think Slot will walk into that. Aside from Spain that have won the Euros, I don't think there is any other team that Slot won't walk in as a manager right now in the world.
Yeah, he has done tremendously well. You know, in Liverpool, nobody gave him a chance. You know, when he came on board, I as an Arsenal fan, I was confident that
confession time.
Club,
Liverpool, you guys are going to run us over,
and it not like about running you guys over. You know, it's just let's be real to ourselves. A new manager in a new system can be affected by a lot of things.
Yeah, even me as a Liverpool fan, so I believed we getting Amori or Alonso would have been better.
Yes.
So I believe that we get them, but he has shown us he could do it, and he's doing it, and we hope he finish it. So
and one thing, sorry, please. And one thing I like about Slot, you know, I'm gonna say it right here, is that I like the way he manages the squad. You know, I like the way I think he trusts his players. You know, when Klopp was there, Klopp, you can tell that Klopp, this is Klopp number first 11. And he so believe in his first 11 that in the next game is that same first 11. Slot has come through. He has used Gravenberch, he has used Gakpo, he has used almost all the players except for Endo, and I think maybe it's because of the age and all that. So you know, he's a great manager.
So I got a question here from one of the fans too, and and the question says, when will Arteta run end at Arsenal? When he hasn't won anything, while the likes of Slot and Maresca are showing their brilliance in their median year.
So let me go first. I think the major problem with Arteta and Arsenal is the ambition of the club. If Arsenal is owned by a Roman Abramovich, I tell you, Arteta would have been coaching Eimba or Rangers or Ikorodu FC by now.
Really?
Because you can't say because a coach is coming second, giving you Champions League. Okay, for example, Maresca this season, the standard is Champions League football. Next season, Chelsea don't want Champions League football. We are going for EPL, FA Cup, Champions League. He must win something. He knows the standard that he will not be giving Chelsea second or third in the EPL. No, I won't be ready for that. His first season, even if he doesn't get a Champions League slot this season, I will forgive him. But next season, he must get a trophy and a Champions League. But the problem in Arsenal is that Arteta, whatever he gives to them, Arsenal fans will look for excuse to make him look like he has done a fantastic job, praising him that he came second with 90 points. For crying out loud, Liverpool came 97 points and they never won the EPL.
Too, they never won the
EPL. But every season we see Arsenal fans praising Arteta for giving the Champions League football, which is supposed to be the minimum of the barest standard.
That was what Wenger was giving them.
No. So let me tell you something. So Arteta in his fifth season,
yes,
he has not won us the league. But given that where he took Arsenal from, I will give him the first 2 seasons for free.
Okay.
I will start criticizing him from the 3rd, 4th, and this 5th season. Because when Arteta came on board, Arsenal was nowhere to be found. We were a mockery to all other opposition fans. And it took us, what I was looking forward to then was like, I need this connection again. Because even me as an Arsenal fan, even if I watch the games,
But
I lost interest.
5 years is a long time for you not to win the league.
Hold on now, let me tell you something. The owner of the club, you cannot compare that owner to the owner of the Chelsea team. Look at the Chelsea owners. They can afford to buy 11 players in the transfer market, which they've done repeatedly. They've done hire and fire. They back the team, they back the manager. Now the question is, do we have, as an Arsenal club, as an Arsenal football club, do we have an owners that back the manager like 100%? I understand they've backed Arteta more than
they've backed him the last yes.
Yes.
And he has spent more than Liverpool in the last 2 seasons. He has spent
more than they backed Wenger too.
Yes, more than they backed Wenger.
But now the thing is that I will criticize Arteta as well.
Are you happy with Arteta?
I am not happy with him right now because last season and 2 seasons ago it was all for us to win.
Do you think
the EPL should have been won last season?
Do you think the fans should have been voicing their dissatisfaction right now, because you guys have the opportunity of putting pressure on him now? Hold on.
So no matter what the fans says, if the board is not ready to do the needful, nothing will happen.
You're right.
And no matter what the fans says, do you think Arteta cares? We were not the one that hired him at the first time or at the first place. So now Arteta, the reason why I'm going to call him out right now is that, you know what, if it was another manager that was there and giving us this kind back to back, I don't want to be runner up for 2 seasons in a row, and the 3rd season I'm falling behind.
Struggling.
We are struggling.
Yes.
And we are regressing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of results and even the play. Look at the way we played last season. In any game that we play, home or away, first 10 minutes we are scoring a goal. First 10 minutes, even if you score us first, I'm so relaxed to the point that I know that we are winning this game. But this season is like, okay, let us play conservative football. Let us defend, like you said.
In his pre-match conference against which team did they play? This Everton. A journalist asked Arteta and said, "Your team is being compared to Stoke City," and I was surprised that Arteta never understood the banter in that question.
He said
Stoke City of those days, what they depend on is set piece, Delap and Crouch. Delap will throw a long ball or a corner kick, and they will. And then Arteta didn't understood what the journalist was saying. Arteta was like, we want to be good in every way. For the fact that your Arsenal is being compared to Stoke City, it's not a good thing.
No. I don't see. There are a lot of ways banter is produced, right?
Yeah.
And when banter is sent towards someone, your reaction can even make that banter to be more effective and all that. So this is it. If you tell me that if you're likening Arsenal to Stoke City, I would say no, because but
the journalists compared Arsenal to City. They say Arsenal is the new
I think Arteta said if Stoke City are winning games, I think he said if Stoke City are winning games and we are winning games, yes.
He said we want to be good in every way, every area.
And that's true. If we are scoring from open play, and we now found another ways of scoring, making our corner kick, our set pieces count, I believe you guys should even be giving us credit, because a lot of opposing fans would tell us that back in those days that Arsenal is too soft, they get bullied when we are defending set pieces, and now we are doing well. We are creating chances from our set pieces, and we are also not allowing or conceding from set pieces.
So I'll, let me say this. One thing I know about Arteta, once he switch.
So I have another question from a fan. So let me quickly ask this. This fan said, "Does Bayern have what it takes under Kompany to win the Champions League this season?"
No. Even the league, Vincent Kompany leg is shaking. Even the league, his leg is shaking. No.
So why? I need why. Don't just say no.
So let me go first. What I would say is Vincent Kompany. No. Because even in the league, I could remember when they started the league, it was like 7 or 8 points
and all that.
7 or 8 points ahead of Bayern Leverkusen. Now it's 4 points, and Even in the Champions League, matches I expected them to win, there were matches they were throwing away.
Okay.
Now, matches like you should have taken. He played against Barcelona. I was expecting something at least, even maybe get a draw, and the inexperience is showing. So I don't think he will.
All right, then.
I don't think he will win the Champions League.
You know, when he first got to when he got to Bayern, he was doing well. You know, blowing team away 8-0, 7-0. You know, we know that's
Early
typical. That's typical of Bayern Munich under any manager, anyways. So
New manager bounce.
now, when you now play against a tactical, brilliant manager in elite competition, that is where you would see his deficiencies.
Yeah,
as a coach.
For me, I think I'll take a different stance for the both of you. I remember Roberto Di Matteo when Chelsea won the first Champions League. Chelsea was horrible in the league. If you also check 2021 when Tuchel won the second Champions League for Chelsea, Chelsea was also doing bad in the league. So sometimes your form in the league doesn't determine if you will win the Champions League or not.
Now there are factors. Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
There are factors behind this. I believe by now you've been watching football for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's what we call the new coaching bounce. So that has really helped Chelsea to spur them to winning those titles. They were not doing so well in the league. The 2 times you guys won the Champions League.
Yeah.
When you sacked your manager back then, the first Champions League you got, Roberto Di Matteo came in and all the players were fired up. They were playing for the manager like, oh, we have a point to prove, and he actually worked. And I think that is when I could give kudos to Abramovich.
Yeah.
And I think he just knows when to fire.
He knows the timing.
The same thing happened 2021-22 season when you guys went on.
Fired Lampard.
He fired Lampard, and right away, Tuchel came in, and all the players they started. So another question came in from a fan. He said, I know this is the question for you though.
Okay.
Who is more likely to win a trophy this season, Arsenal or Chelsea? Wait. Sean, I want you to take this first. Let me take a breather from you guys.
No,
okay, go first.
I don't want any of you to win any trophy. I don't want any of you to win any trophy.
Why?
I don't want any of you to win any trophy.
Why?
You guys are my rivals, but anyways, I would say Chelsea will win a trophy. Maybe Conference League because I'm not there.
Yeah.
But Arsenal, not win anything. Go trophyless. Go trophyless.
Yeah, I will go with him because I'll tell you what, if Chelsea doesn't win the Conference League, I will be very, very angry. I just want to hold on to something. Since 2021, we won the Champions League. We've been to one FA Cup final. We got to this penalty shootout. Liverpool won it. We've been to 2 Carabao finals. Liverpool won it. So I'm dying to have anything, even if it is conference.
Will you celebrate it?
Anything. Conference
League.
So
it's just like a
the good thing about the Conference Cup is that it's very beautiful. 1, 2, it will make Chelsea the first club to win everything in Europe. So
even if you are playing in Jerusalem, you don't.
I don't care. I just want to hold on to something.
Let me tell you something. Do you think when Chelsea start facing a team like Fiorentina,
Fiorentina is third right now.
Yeah. Like maybe
that's the only strong
as
team.
the competition progresses, you guys appear with Fiorentina. Do you think you guys will have a chance?
Yeah, I expect.
Real Betis. We have Real Betis.
I expect in January they usually change the team sheets. You have the opportunity to change the team sheets after January transfer window.
You guys still want to buy?
No, aside from buying, I expect Moresca to draft in some other player. He may not use them. Just drafting the likes of Kopam. Should in case we get to the final or semi, we take that competition serious because we need a trophy to boost the confidence.
But I'm surprised you are going to celebrate Conference League.
I will.
Now you are playing beside Jerusalem.
My brother,
where the trail is
my brother, a cup is a cup. Nobody. This is something Arsenal is dying for. Arsenal doesn't have any European trophy. They will be glad. Arsenal will be very happy.
We have Cup Winners' Cup, for God's sake.
Yeah,
it's European title.
Cup Winners'
Cup Winners' Cup. I'll be good break cup.
Check it out. I'll be good break cup. Another question came in while we were chatting.
Okay.
I want to throw this to the floor. Okay. Which player did Manchester City regret letting go? Hold on. Okay. Is it Julian Alvarez or the Cole Palmer?
It's very obvious because it's not Alvarez because Haaland is still scoring despite the fact that City is still misfiring. They are in bad form, but Haaland is still scoring. But it is obvious that a player like Cole Palmer would have carried City on his shoulder single-handedly, just as Palmer did with Chelsea last season. This season, we have so many players also turning up. Palmer is still turning up. I know you don't like hearing that as an Arsenal fan.
No.
So, but this season, Palmer is the player that Pep Guardiola will. He may not admit it now, but I believe when he retires, he will say it to the world that one player he regret letting go is Cole Palmer. That guy is giving me so much joy. We are planning to look for some couple of women to go give him. I say thank you.
Is it from Chelsea? Is it from Chelsea
Yoruba
Football Fans Association?
Yes, in Nigeria, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, three. We are planning to give him 3 women. Just every.
They should be rubbing his,
Just do whatever I want to do with them before each game. The guy is giving us too much joy.
So I'll go a different way. I will say Julian Alvarez.
Okay.
And the reason why I will say Julian Alvarez is we noticed since last season games that KDB was injured, Alvarez was playing behind Haaland, and Alvarez was like even getting the ball, able to create chance for Haaland. Alvarez was driving off players and all that. But the reason why I will not choose Cole Palmer is because when Cole Palmer was at Man City, it was not really a starter.
Nobody knew him.
And Guardiola was just giving him one small chance. Sub. And
he was making impact with the subs.
He was making impact too, but you know this Guardiola, you can't trust him. Somebody that has Grealish on the bench and Doku, and you play Martin Nunes on the wing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible that he might not start that Cole Palmer. He might not even give him enough chance to prove himself. So I would say Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, I will also tilt towards Julian Alvarez because he was a pivotal player in that system that won the Champions League, that won the league and everything for Manchester City. Yeah. So I think because we didn't really see what Palmer could do under Pep, but I believe that he will also regret letting him go anyway.
Because based on Palmer's performance in Chelsea and Alvarez's performance in Atletico, it is obvious to say that. It's easy for me to say.
But Alvarez has picked up right now. He's saving Atletico.
So I want to end this session. Thank you all the viewers at home. Thank you all the fans for sending in your questions, your comments, and we promise to always share your comments, your questions, anyone that you have on this podcast, and we will have our guests talk about it. And I want to say thank you for watching Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. And I want you to subscribe on all our platforms. Like we said before this session is a bundle section. It's a combo section, and from Soccer Arena Indy and Gold Rush Football TV. Thank you.
And also a bundle section from our slots.
And also keep turning up. As Chelsea's turning up, keep turning up on the channel.
We will be back next week.
As Chelsea turns up every week, keep turning up on the channel. Please.
We'll be back next week. And I want to say thank you to all our sponsors. I want to say thank you to Chic Clothing. I want to say thank you to Better Life Stores, The Food Closet, and Wale Apps. See you guys next week. Thank you.